Welcome to my little space on the internet. My name is Calypso and I talk about knitting and fiber arts. In this video I want to show you my scrap project that I started. This is vlog number 2, part 2 of my project. I have knitted this piece by now, so I have knitted quite a little bit. In the beginning I was a little bit stuck and then I got into the flow, so now I have this whole thingy and I will show you that more in detail in this video, vlog 2, part 2. This is a project that I baptized Rosebud. Let's jump into it. I just discovered this split screen function of my phone, so I'm going to use this to show you more in detail the Rosebud scrap project. And I must say, in the beginning I had really difficulties to start because I was liking nothing, or nothing was like pleasing me, and in the end I decided to go with this rather classic neutral yarn to start the design. The first try was with this one, with this orangey color from Isager yarn, which is cotton and linen, a mix of cotton and linen. And I wanted to do originally an edge from the Japanese knitting stitch Bible. I wanted to do one of these edge stitches. I was tending towards this one. I really liked this one with the little lace and some garter, but it just wasn't looking really nice. And also I wanted to do these bubbles, and it wasn't turning out nicely with the vegetable yarn, let's say, so, or with the plant yarn. So I decided to change it completely and just start off with something really plain and easy, just to get into it and get into the flow, because I felt really stuck. And yeah, I just wanted to start knitting and enjoy it. So yeah, in the end I went with this alpaca, I think it's alpaca from Vega knits, I don't remember exactly, but it's a Spanish brand. It's just super soft yarn, and with this I knitted the Charlie pullover, which I really liked. So in the end I just did an Italian cast on and knitted the whole leftover I had from the Vega knits yarns. I didn't keep anything to knit later, I just used all of it in one go. And now I have, I don't know, not exactly 20 centimeters, but I think I'm close to 20 centimeters here, maybe. And it's turning out nice. I like it. But I think that now I have to reassess a little bit, because otherwise I'm just like knitting like crazy and not really reassessing or thinking about how I'm associating the colors or combining the colors. So I knitted this edge. And about the construction, so this is at the moment just like a big piece like this, and so somewhere here will be the back, and this will be on the front, and I'll have to knit something like in the front to close it. For the moment I think that I'm going to make a sweater and not a cardigan, so I'll have to close it somehow in the front. I'll have to knit a piece in the front, or maybe a really wide edge on the front, because I want to have a v-neck as well. So that's kind of the imagination that I have in my head at the moment. But this is too small to wrap it like completely around my body. I cast on 220 stitches if I remember correctly. So this is totally improvised, and I'll just see how it turns out, and that's the fun about it. So it's kind of a surprise how it will turn out, and that's the idea of doing something like rather unexpected. So after that I used this yarn here from Manos del Uruguay. This is Alegría, a really pretty color. And I used this to make my designs, the flower rain cardigan and flower rain top. And because I just couldn't find lace that I liked, I decided to just reuse the same lace pattern that I have done on my flowering cardigan and flowering top, because this lace pattern is really easy and easy to make and easy to memorize, and it just fits everywhere. I find that it's just cute and you can just incorporate it anywhere and it will look good. So that's what I did in the end. I also knitted this here. And yeah, in the beginning, because this yarn is thinner than this yarn I used on the edge, I paired this with Mohair, which is not lying around here at the moment. Let me get it. So I paired this Alegría Manos del Uruguay yarn with this pretty Mohair from Feliz Punto here, and you can see the difference. This is has a nice halo here. And then after I did this blue row, it doesn't have the halo anymore. And I'm knitting on a 3.5 millimeter needle, I believe, or 3.75 millimeter needle. I don't remember. But I thought that the needle would be too thick for this yarn, because this is sock weight yarn. And so I used the Mohair here. But in the end, I think that the needle and the yarn match well also without the Mohair. So here the stitches also look really cute and they are not too loose. Yeah, so this is with the Mohair. It has this nice halo, so it's cute as well. I like it. And you can see the difference in the lace. So I think that's interesting to experiment like this. I found this blue ball of yarn and I thought that it would look really nice because this here has a little bit of blue, some blue speckles in there. So I thought it would be nice to have like one flashy color in there. And I did this little bobbles here that look cute. So I'm knitting it like bottom up. And here I also paired a yarn with the Mohair, a yarn that is really thin. It's also a sock weight, or rather lace thickness yarn. It's this one. It's also from Feliz Punto, and it's linen with some silk and whatnot. It's super luxurious. And also I love the colors. Now I'm holding it double because I just reincorporated the color here, but I'll come to that later. And here I didn't use it double, but I paired it with this Mohair that I have planned to use for a different project, so I didn't want to use too much of it because I don't need too much for this other project, but yeah, I don't want to run out, so I really need this for different projects. I'm not going to use that anymore. But I think that this looks really nice and really elegant, and the colors just work together so nicely. And it's interesting how the Mohair just kind of fades the color a little bit and it looks totally different. It looks just so pretty, because with this yarn I knitted a blouse, and I will insert a picture here, and it looks very different, the color knitted without the Mohair and with the Mohair. It's just incredible. So I really like this. I think it looks super elegant. And after that I decided, oh, let's use some of the veggie yarn. I wasn't really sure about that decision. I think they look good together, but it's an interesting marling effect here. So I like it, but it's not like my favorite part, I must say. And yeah, so I'm just experimenting here. And here I had to use also this yarn. I held it double. This is Illimani Lama yarn. And I held it double, but I think double it's a little bit too stiff. But if I've had it held single here, that's, I think, too thin. That's the thinnest yarn I have. So yeah, I think it's okay. It's not too thick, it's not too stiff, but I feel the difference. But maybe when I wash it afterwards with the blocking it will bloom. So here I'm doing again some bubbles like this. I want to do this again with one row here and the other row here to kind of separate and bring something geometrical in there. And here I started knitting this here. I also holding it double here, but I've only done 2 rows so far, and I'm not so sure if I like it to have this color and then 1 row of blue and then this here. So maybe I'll knit a couple of rows and then change my mind. I don't know, I'll just leave it like that because that's kind of the fun of it, to just have like something totally crazy. And the colors match anyways, so it doesn't have to be perfectly harmonious, and it's not about making something boring and like classic chic or something like that. It's about doing something a little bit more hippie maybe. And so here I'm using the Manos Uruguay. I changed from this color to that, and I think that looks good. And I'm carrying on here with the lace pattern, which I dropped here. I finished the lace pattern here, so I'm going to knit flat now. I think it looks really nice. This is just a big piece basically that I'm knitting bottom up, and I think somewhere here is the back, and I already have an idea of how I want to finish this in the front. I'll have to knit a piece in the front here, and I also want to have a v-neck, so I already have the construction in mind. I hope it will work out, but I'm not sure that I have enough yarn because this is all the yarn I have left. So I have this full ball. This is a lot, but I'm holding a lot of yarns double because otherwise I find them too thin. So yes, I will hold this also probably double because otherwise it's too thin for my taste or for what I want to achieve. I have this one, this yellow left here. This is Japanese yarn. This is Buret silk. I also have this silk here. This is also Japanese silk, which is really thin as well and kind of irregular. So I will have to hold this double also probably. And it's only 25 grams. So I don't know at the moment how I'm going to manage because that's not too much, and in my mind I thought that would be enough to make a full sweater, but it's definitely not going to be enough if I continue holding it double. Now I want to incorporate some yellow here. I think that this marling is interesting, but I want to have like only a yellow block here. So I think now I have to reassess how I want to combine and distribute the colors because yes, I'm not sure how I want to do it, and I don't want to have like just a crazy thing. It has to be a little bit harmonious. So I think I might have to take maybe a small break and think about it, because in the beginning I was kind of stuck and now I just knitted like crazy, and so now I have to like think a little bit about it, how I'm going to proceed, because I don't want it to be like too crazy. I want I want to enjoy it and to feel comfortable in it, otherwise I'm not going to wear it. So yeah, I'm really surprised of how similar these two colors are. This one is from Feliz Punto yarn. This is a Spanish brand, and this one is I bought in Japan. I bought it in Shirakawa, shop Shirakawa in Tokyo, and I'm so astonished about how similar the dyes are. I think both is hand dyed. This I'm sure, this I'm not totally sure, but I believe it is. This is a little bit more luxurious. This one doesn't have silk, I believe, because it's not that shiny, but it's also a really nice yarn. And yeah, I want to do a guide of how to go around Japan, and especially Tokyo and Kyoto as a knitter, because I visited so many yarn shops and took a lot of footage, and I want to do a guide of how to go around Japan as a knitter and just find your happiness as a knitter in Japan. So that's the next video project. And so that's how the Rosebud scrap project is going. And because I'm not sure that this will be enough, I might have to add some more yarn, but this is a scrap project, so the idea is not to buy extra yarn. And this is new, and also this is new. So it's not completely a scrap project, but the intention is to make a scrap project. So I just thought in the beginning I wanted this blue to be popping color, like the exception, because it matches this one. This one has some blue speckles. But yeah, I found that I have some balls of yarn from Rowan felt Tweed that I'm not using, and I could make a colorwork hat with this. But yes, I haven't used it, and it's just lying around there. So maybe I'll use it for this one. It will have a very much stronger blue touch, and I'm not so sure about that yet. But I like that it's a little bit tweedy. I think that goes well with the other yarns. I think that they look nice together. Yeah, tell me what you think. Should I incorporate these blue tones? This is like more grayish, and these two are like really blue. Yes, or should I keep this blue as the only pop blue color and find something else? Maybe search for more neutral whites, beige colors to match this and frame this whole thing. Yeah, because if I continue using this yarn double, then it will definitely not be enough. Let me know in the comments what you think that I should do. Incorporate these blue colors, these Rowan felted Tweed, into this project, because the idea is not to buy extra yarn but to use scrap yarns. Stay tuned for part 3 of my vlog. I don't know how many parts this series will have, probably a couple more, until I finish this scrap project, which is really fun. And I recommend you do this kind of projects because it kind of broadens your mind and your creativity. You just try something out, and the colors will match somehow, because we are all drawn to certain colors, and we all have, I think, at least phases of color palettes that we prefer. So I'm sure that you will find colors that match in your stash, or yeah, small stash, small collection of yarns to make such a project. And maybe this video helps to inspire you to jump into the scrap project adventure. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave a comment, maybe just hashtag knitting with Calypso. I would be really thankful for that. I'm located in Berlin, so I'm coming to you from Berlin, Germany, and I really enjoy also interviewing people in the knitting woolly business. So stay tuned for more interviews of knitting shop owners, and I don't know what's to come, but a lot is coming here on this channel. So see you on the next video, and the next part of this Rosebud vlog will probably be out in 2 weeks. Maybe I need some time to knit. Knitting is a slow hobby, and I think that's good, and it's supposed to stay a slow hobby and not get caught in this swirl of knitting as much as you can and presenting a new thing every week. That's not my style. I want knitting to be and stay a slow hobby for me, and I hope that you can enjoy that as well. So I've said many times the word enjoy. So have a nice weekend. See you in the next video. Bye!